postgraduate in orthopedics and has a decade of experience as a consulting orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Pradeep also completed his MBA from the prestigious ISB Hyderabad. ISB is the most prominent business school in India. And he has been associated with the hospital right from inception and continues to drive its progress towards a vision of providing high-end personalized care in the corporate hospital space. So, welcome Dr. Pradeep to your own space. It's a privilege for me to extend you here. And while I was saying hello to Dr. Kiran, who has authored many articles in our magazine, I was just telling her that she looked at me, that she's a certified nutritionist, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so she understands health science a little bit more than from the celebrity point of view. So welcome Bhagyashree to this event. Thank you for coming. We have. I'm very sorry. I need to look for references, for the rest of the things. We have Payal Ghosh, Alinkrita Sahai, and we have just a second. Himanshu. Himanshu is a very handsome person, so I should not be trying to recollect his name. So I've done Bhagyashree, and I'm going to speak about a little bit about Payal Ghosh. So she's from Calcutta, and she studied political science. It's quite interesting. And political science, and then a movie. And so she has done her Bollywood debut. She has done Telugu movies. She has done other movies. She has done BBC telefilm, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just, so I just did the reference, but I still recollect. So welcome, Payal. Thank you for inviting me. We have Miss Earth here, and Alinkrita, thank you for being here. So Alinkrita is just doing her Bollywood debut with a movie called Bombay is known for its square feet, and it is Love per Square Feet is a movie which is getting released. Thank you for being here. And with Himanshu, I really don't know, he's a real daredevil guy, because Khatron Ka Khiladi, so what all, there's so much to speak about him, but he looks a very adorable boy, from his face, Vajatum Ho. So he's a romantic guy, and I think the women love to see a romantic guy on this day, on the Women's Day. Thank you, Himanshu, for being here for this cause. So now the flow of the event is, doctors will present, their perspective on the Women's Day. Starting with Dr. Kiran Kolo, who will present her viewpoints, followed with Dr. Shailja. And then we'll have a moderated session with the artist coming across to the stage and speaking about the event of that. Thank you. The stage is on for you. Sorry, we wanted a photo ops, because with the full crowd, we would like to have a photo with all the people together, because all of us are busy, so
बंद करो
Can we keep this standing here so that is it possible?
मित्रा हाँ बस
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. इनहाउस फोटोग्राफर करने के ठीक है बस झालं
Harsh.
Hold. चल एक से
Sorry, so you want to move one more photo where all of you guys are talking. You are as of here.
बात करो जो भी आपके मन में है वो बात करो पूछो
मित्रा पाटे ना मित्रा
I'm fine or not? Everything is fine.
संदीप
Well, the land is
मित्रा खाता है
Since Bhagyashree has to leave early, I request her to speak a few words before she leaves for another destination for another women's celebration. Followed with Dr. Shetty saying
चलो भाग्यश्री बात करेंगे
First and foremost, let me wish all of you a very, very happy Women's Day. We're all gathered here today at the Hinduja Hospital. And I've got some very eminent personalities right in front of me, Dr. Berry, Dr. Kiran and Dr. Sharda. Thanks to them, we're all here. And we're definitely going to know more about what problems women of today actually face. Every one of you know me here as an actress who has done Maine Pyar Kiya, and it's been a long time, but during that time and now there have been a certain amount of changes that have happened, and yes, I went on a path of a lot of learning, and let me introduce me to you in a different personality. I'm a certified nutritionist now, and I spent my entire last year and the year before that learning, studying a lot about how nutrition can really change your life of today, how we are all as women and men together faced with this complicated situation called stress, which in turn affects our bodies, which in turn starts off on different kinds of medication, sends us down the road to illness and diseases. And it all has to do with what you're eating and what you're thinking, honestly. Yes, there are genetics involved. Yes, there are lifestyles involved. But a lot of it is changeable and a lot of it is in our hands. And today, as we stand here, promoting this organization called SHE, which says self-help is everything, I would like to tell you that it is really simple. Help is in our hands. And doctors, I'm sure you would agree with me that lots of times that you meet patients, you tell them, ये दवाई लो, लेकिन ध्यान रखो, खुद का ध्यान रखो, बहुत ज़रूरी है. Especially being Women's Day today, I would say, in our culture, in India, women are taught to give. We tend to look after our husbands, our families, our children, our homes, our careers, all of them before we look after the most important part, that's us. And I truly believe that happiness had I in the middle for a reason. That's because you are important. You should be the center of your universe. You are responsible for your smiles, again having I in the center. And that's what's really going to make you happy. That's really what's going to make you well. That's really what's going to take you through life. So I think very essentially, let me put a few things forward to you, all of us women here today. Dr. here talked about PCODs being a lifestyle disease. Yes, it is a lifestyle disease. And for younger women and lots of women here today, I think that's very important because we are trying to conform to certain figures, certain weight loss programs, certain fad diets that you kind of download over the internet, and we say, अच्छा ये diet काम करेगा, ये देखो मेरी friend ने इतना वजन lose किया, या so and so actress is looking so slim and sexy and that's why I want to be like her. So you end up making all those changes which are very, very unnatural to your own body, to your own lifestyle, to your own requirement. Diet is a badly used word nowadays. Diet actually stands for a routine food plan. It does not mean you give up on food. It does not mean that you count your calories. It does not mean that you restrict yourself from eating anything that you really love to. Because food and happiness are linked together. We in India meet people for social reasons over chai, coffee, khana. We celebrate our festivals again over khana, pina, and meeting people is so important, and food is the crux of all our social activities. So when we tell people diet hai, aaj hum nahi kha sakte, we cut off our social interaction with all the people that will make us happy, will make us smile, and we create that stress in our life. So food and stress is interlinked in more ways than one. There's lots more to say, and I'm sure Dr. Shailja will go into the details here. But what I'd really like to say is do not follow fad diets, because all of you are unique. Each and every one of you, your women, are unique in your own special way, and it does not make you less or to be in competition with anyone else. You yourself are unique and beautiful. You have to believe that in yourself. You have to learn to make yourself happy. You have to learn to take the decisions for your own good. And you can do that by understanding how you would like to live your life. It's not about size 0. It's not about a 24-inch waist. It's not even about so-called weight loss, because one woman can have heavier bone set than another. You can have a greater amount of fat in your body and lesser amount of muscle. Or you can have equal amount of muscle and lesser amount of fat, and both the women can weigh exactly the same. So it is so individual when you take decisions for what you are eating and how you lead your lifestyle. Well, I'm here to say that Bhagyashree now is not just the actress, but you're a nutritionist, and you're most welcome to help. Come to me for help, ask any questions that's needed. My website online is bhagyashreeonline.com, and you can connect with me through Back to Basics. So that's what I have to offer. And last of all, I'd like to say Happy Women's Day to all you beautiful women over here, and to all the supportive men. Thank you so much for being here. It has been a total pleasure being amongst all of you again. Thank you.
On women, anything in particular?
Everyone's so well equipped. Everyone's a happy set of people here.
There's one question. There's one request from Himanshu for a picture.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me over.
I'll give you one side, definitely.
Yeah.
Dr. Shailja, you can take over the seat once she leaves.
No, you just that would be great. Thank you so much.
This way, this way.
नहीं लगता, अच्छा नहीं लगता।
मैम लास्ट वन
मैम ये
मैम यो
भाग्यश्री मैम ये सामने सामने ये
मैम यो थैंक यू
Just 2 minutes.
हाँ हाँ क्या भाग्यश्री किधर है भाग्यश्री को आने देना है पहले इन लोग का तो मिल लेते फोनवर बोलते हैं बस करो यार फोन पे बात करो बोलो ना कितना बार तुम कुछ बोल रहे हैं आली 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 लवकर या जायचं अजून एक थोडं खाली मॅडम काहीतरी ऍक्शन करा ना काय ऍक्शन हां विक्ट्री थँक्यू एवरीवन सब लोग ये क्या पीछे ना भाग्यश्री पीछे ना पीछे से अच्छा मिलेगा थैंक यू ये चलो 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 ये मोबाइल है ये मोबाइल कैमरा का कोई नहीं बोलते मोबाइल पे अरे सर साइड प्लीज ये चाहिए ना अपने को गाड़ी जाने का आया
enough. So we have 945 females for 1,000 males in our country, and half of the women are not educated. We don't have health facilities. So the first and the foremost thing is that we need to bring about change by creating a venues where women have the access to health and sanitation. आप में से सबका जब periods आते हैं, I'll be very honest. How many of you don't go to the temples, gurudwaras, churches, don't do yoga, don't go to the gym for the first 2 days? Please raise your hands. How many of you do not go when you have your periods to these holy places and condemn yourselves because you have periods? You're not supposed to go to the church. You're not supposed to go to the gurudwara. You're not supposed to eat non-veg. You're not supposed to do yoga. Yes, a headstand, of course, not because you're bleeding. But who all really go through this every day, every month? How many of you, please raise your hands. And you tell your daughters the same thing, and your mother-in-laws tell you the same thing. The most important thing for me is that women, could be your mother-in-law, could be your mother, could be your sister, needs to uplift you. When you marry into another family with a different set of value systems, आपको उनके हिसाब से जीना पड़ता है. आपको अपना घर छोड़ के, जहाँ पे आप एक value system से जीते हैं, वो छोड़ के आप किसी दूसरे के घर में जाते हैं, जहाँ पे you imbibe on their cultural values and their systems. My point is, why can women support each other? The most basic thing is, मैं यहाँ बैठी हूँ, I would say, she's such a bitch. She's this, she's that. We condemn each other by name calling. That's the first and foremost thing. हम एक दूसरे के बारे में bitching करते हैं. तो हम एक दूसरे को uplift कैसे कर सकते हैं? Health, education, sanitation comes way later when there is no respect amongst women for each other. So my point is, from today, I want you all to start respecting each other.
Stop name calling each other, stop categorizing each other. Do not body shame. Now we talk about women saying ye moti hai, ye patli hai, ye gori hai, ye kali hai. I'm an actor, right? So I'll tell you when I go for a casting or a meeting or an audition. The messages we get. Indians who look like foreigners, foreigners who look like Indians, girls who are not too fat and chubby, on the fairer side of the skin tone. Now tell me, what is this? Is this discrimination to what level? Is this discrimination of any kind? We actors face it all the time. Models face it all the time. Oh, she's short. She's not tall enough. So what you feel is, you feel you're not worthy. You feel you're not worthy of that love, the attention, the opportunity. You think your talent is not that important because you're discriminated on the basis of how you look, on the basis of how you dress. Now, if someone's probably sitting here and I see her bra strap, the first thing we notice is, oh my God, she's showing her bosom. She's showing her bra strap. How indecent is this girl? It could be by mistake. It could be through your buttons I can see your bra. You don't do it purposely, do you? You don't do it purposely, but the fact is, the way we are predominantly thinking about each other is about the fact that we are indecent women if we show our legs, we are indecent if we show our bosom, which is the most natural parts of our body. Back in the days, women used to wear the saris and blouses. I'm sure India is very famous for Kama Sutra, but women and their sexuality is condemned in our country. Why? Why are women condemned on the basis of their sexuality? Are we not sexual human beings? Do we not like to be loved? We are the basic biological sources of creating in the world. We create, we generate, we nurture. So they say, for example, we are very, very scared. We live in fear. The most important thing is how we overcome our fear. हम ये डर के जीते कि अच्छा मैं, now we have PCOD. I suffered from this problem. I was super stressed. PCOD. So I tried every medicine because I was scared to go to a gynecologist, or you're not. It's solely your call. But I urge you, if you are suffering mentally, emotionally, physically, you have to seek help. Do not think what will your parents or your husband or your brother say to you, because your source of happiness and life comes from you. If you are depressed and you are sick and you are not happy, how do you think you're going to make anyone else in your family happy? How do you think you're going to go back home and give your children love? They think as long as you're not married, you're absolutely this young girl who needs to take care of herself. जैसी शादी हो जाती है, responsibilities come and you forget yourself. We women forget ourselves because we are givers, we are nurturers. We believe that we are. To be very honest, we live in a patriarchal society in our country. But who really runs the world are women. So why are we so ashamed of our bodies? So we need to get over, the first thing is stop fearing to seek help. Do not be ashamed of your vessel. You could be fat, thin. In your head, make sure you love yourself, because self-love is so important today that without self-love, there is nothing. No one's going to love you if you don't love yourself, because what happens is you have no confidence in yourself. And when you have no confidence, there is no progress. That's one part. The most important thing I think, because we're talking about self-help is everything. The first thing you guys should do is go back home. Think, what is it that I'm actually suffering from? Even if you're not suffering, it's brilliant, it's beautiful if you're so happy and content with yourself. Physically, please do checkups. Mentally and emotionally, women are the most fragile beings. You know how emotionally and mentally things affect our bodies more than our health? Which is medically claimed that if you're not emotionally, mentally taking care of yourself, it really harms a woman's body. Now when you're going to be pregnant, the things you feed your baby, the kind of thoughts you think, how positive you are, your child, imbibes every little tiny detail. You're a reflection of your energy. So if your energy is not going to be the way you want it to be for your baby, for yourself, for your lives, you're going to be a very unhappy person. So if a car breaks down, what do you guys do? Do you throw the car away? Do you kick it? Do you keep watching the car? What do? You take it to a garage, right? You take it to fix it. Now if your body is ailing, do not hesitate. Please go forward to any doctor for that matter. Now our country suffers because women are not educated on the basis of oral contraceptives in the rural areas. We have about so many kids in their families, and they keep reproducing and their health keeps deteriorating. How much can a woman's body take? So it's time to say no and stand up for yourself. And stand up for the women who's living next door to you, maybe she can't stand up for herself. So the most important thing is that we all have to stand up for each other. Not let the men stand up for us. If they do, I salute the men who support their women. I salute the brothers who stand up for their sisters. But at the end of the day, if we don't support each other, we condemn each other because I'm a hypocrite. Okay, what I did is great, but if you did the same thing, that's awfully wrong. So please, the first and foremost thing is, do not live in fear. We all live in, I live in fear that, okay, if I wear this, if I do this, what is the other person going to think about me? Stop thinking what others are going to think about you. That's not something you need to do. You guys are saving lives. Save your life first. It's the first and foremost thing. So I'm going to tell you one thing I live by. Attract what you expect. Reflect what you desire. Become what you respect. And mirror what you admire. Thank you.
Questions, for the wonderful speech, from my brother.
Any questions personally, mentally, emotionally, anything that you feel funny about, your personal relationships, your health, back home, your family. If you have any questions, please ask me. No, nobody wants to come forward. Is somebody still jhujak mein hai?
Can I ask a few questions to you?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I see a lot of courage, I see a lot of strength in your conversation, and you're articulating yourself. So it comes from a lot of experience. Sometimes, courage is after outliving fear. Sometimes courage is after going through a lot of personal experiences.
Sure.
So, or sometimes, courage can be just indigenous. It can be innate in you. So, which form of courage is, what is this in?
So my mom is a very courageous woman. She has had a really terrible family life. Like I would say, not her. Like my family is wonderful. My parents are amazing. But sometimes what happens is you could be a good kid, but you couldn't have good parents always. We think parents are gods. We think parents, but they're human beings at the end of the day. They're individuals where they're good and they're bad. I think I get the courage from her, and when I was wanting to come into this industry, my grandfather passed away, and he was the closest to me, and because he was a bureaucrat, it's something that I wanted to do. So I remember when the first time I got an opportunity to give an audition. Someone picked me up from the street and said, Alamita, why don't you come audition on me? Have you seen me? No. And so I kind of got dressed, and I wore a spaghetti. Okay? A spaghetti is a strap like this. And I was going to go out of the house, and someone from my family, I will not name them, comes up to me and says, do you want to be Jennifer Lopez and Britney Spears wearing those clothes? And I was really young, okay, and I was in school. Though I didn't do that at that point of time because my mom was like, finish your studies, get educated, and then do whatever, because it's very important that we all are financially independent. You never know when someone leaves you. So at the end of the day, I was disheartened by the fact that I thought that I was wearing something really indecent, and there's something wrong with me or my body. And I was growing up, and I had bosom, and I started to wear a bra. So when my aunt said that to me, my mom has been so good to me that she's protected me. Sometimes you have to protect yourself from the people who are within your family than the outer world. Sometimes they emotionally damage you more than anything in the world. Outside world does not matter if the people in your house try to put you down. So I remember, it was years later when I became Miss India Earth and I went internationally. They were fuming and jealous, and they tried to do everything to put me down. They made fake blogs, fake identities, fake pages, rumors, and all the things women have to face is rumors. What is the biggest setback for women? Rumors, what people talk behind their back, what's going on, oh my god, we all want to be respected. But we think if people talk about us, that is disrespect. But that is not, because rumors is not news. Gossip is not news, it does not define you. So while I was, starting my career, I had so much of animosity from people, from my extended family, that it would always make me cry and put me down. But my dad and my mom were so strong that they protected me against every emotional or physical remark that they would make. So that's why I'm telling you, emotional and physical and mental strength is so important. You can be lanky, but if this works, it's so important. So my family has nurtured me and protected me against people who tried to put me down and were jealous of me, hated me, wanted to see me fail. People want to see you fail when you succeed. They will come up with things to put you down. So that's the kind of courage I got from my parents, my dad and my mom, who are amazing people. And I think without them, I would not be standing here and talking about women empowerment, because I empowered myself through my mother. So I want you guys to empower each other through everything possibly you can do, because it's very important that we stand together united. Because if we stand together, the men will follow us, because they know if we're given the power that they have, we're going to really make this world a better place, which probably they don't want. But I think you should just work towards each other's happiness and goals and do not live in fear. Because fear only makes you go lower than what you really deserve in your life. So do not live in fear, because I don't live in fear even today of anything that might come. I might fail, I might not make it big, I might. But at least try. Try to be the person you really are, because that's the most important thing you can do. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Because there might be a lot of questions for more time.
Yeah, of course,
All of us,
I'm
you know, so
Thank you.
thanks a lot from Hinduja Healthcare Surgical, as well as
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I request Payal to come up and give a message before Himanshu is the man today, you know, so
I'm going to say something very different, not much. Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Women's Day to every woman here and women around the world. Thanks to Shubhanya, doctors, and Hinduja Healthcare for inviting me here. I'm honored and glad. I have been brought up in a world where my parents have girls and boys are given equal importance. Yet, I'm aware that it is not the same everywhere. For instance, my household would seek money for her children's education, but not spend a little on herself for medication. I was only when she was very ill, did not get to know how much she was suffering. This is not just a one story. It is the way many Indian women suffer, and I, along with DOC Flat and Hinduja Healthcare, want to make a difference. With she, we want women of India to take the matter in their hands and take care of us. Because clearly, no one else is going to do the job for you. Listen, I was getting wet and I was getting acne. My doctor said, could be PCOD. PCOD, you must go and check. I got scared. Oh my God, I'm not even, I'm only 27 and I'm gonna get all these. So it happens, it's nothing to worry about. Well, I went to doctor. Before going, I was getting all panic attacks. I'm thinking that, okay, I may get this. So they were like cooling me down and said, don't worry. I went, everything was fine, thankfully, touch wood. But then I was really worrying, like, I exercise every day. I eat well, means whatever I need to eat according to my dietitian. Still, I am not losing weight. Means, and I think from size 0 suddenly started gaining weight. So these are all the things which really comes in my mind, and I feel like because it is me and I love myself to any extent. So I do think that, well, I'll go to a doctor, I'll do my regular checkup. Every 6 months I do my insulin checkup, EBC, CRP, liver profile, everything I check every 6 months. But other women, they don't. There are urban people, even live about the remote villages, even urban people, they are so busy with their own lives, with their kids, with their work, that they don't even get to go to the doctors for health checkup. They ignore them. And when it comes to something very bad, that time they are forced to go and doctors have nothing to do with it. Because that might have gone to the last stage of ovarian cancer or something like that. Even if they are discharged by discharge which smell foul.
Yeah. All the best.
Thank you. Finally, I get my turn to speak something. First of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys have invited. This is the first time I'm attending an event like this, which is #She Self Help in Everything on the Women's Day. Thank you for this lovely slide of PCODs. My wife is suffering from that, so it really helps. So I was making those notes and then I sent it to my wife and I told her, I said, baby, I'm learning PCODs for you. Sorry, I'll take your card then. And of course, thank you so much for the health and nutrition. It really helps because as an actor, मुझे लगता है बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरत पड़ जाती है. Because all the time you're being visualized on the screen and fantasized by so many women, so you need to be very careful. Also, one more, my crush was here, she just left, Bhagyashree, of course. And I just clicked a picture and I sent it to my social media team and I said, wow, I got a picture with my crush today, so please just post it immediately. And another thing, thank you, Alankrita, you have been fantastic. I think what you spoke deserves a big round of applause. Please give her a big round of applause. She's fantastic. I am overwhelmed by what you spoke. I think so many things she spoke I have recorded everything. Those 10 minutes have been wonderful because we have an organization called Share and Grow where we provide a platform for people to come and share their experiences and help each other out. It would be my pleasure if ever we could have an invite. You can really inspire. It comes from the heart, it comes from the soul, it comes from the experiences, it comes for whatever you have experienced over a period of time in your life. And it comes so strongly that it is definitely bound to touch people. So thank you so much for that. I mean, she really spoke very well about fear. And I think बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. I also keep saying this क्योंकि fear एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा हमें जकड़ लेता है. I think the whole society is being curbed with that. Unfortunately, we become very suppressed all the time because of so many things keep happening. So I always keep saying this कि मंजिलें उनको मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है. पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है. So if we have the courage, I think that makes a huge difference. बाकी सब बेकार है. और I think जिस तरह की society में हम रहते हैं ना, if you become fearless ना, I think you can achieve your goals. It's just because of the fears that you're stuck. So self-help in everything. Help yourself. I mean, I will not take much of your time. It's Women's Day. Women need to speak more. I will just leave. As it is, I came late, so I know a lot of people have been thinking, oh my God, this is the man we've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this all the time. No, let's not do that. So yes, absolutely not. I'm just going to take your lead. Thanks a ton for inviting me here. And just to all the women, please take care of yourself. I think no matter what people say, men are absolutely incomplete without women. I mean, I understand and I feel the kind of support my mother has given me. I understand and I feel the kind of support my wife gives me every day. Utne emotional strength, utne sensibilities, I think all those things that a lot of time men get stuck with a lot of things. Kuch samajh mein nahi aata, so I think do hi do kam aati hain, bibi ya maa. So yes, so thank you to all the wonderful women, and I'm just honored. Thank you so much for having me here. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And happy Women's Day to everyone.
Thanks, Himanshu, for those wonderful words. Now, since time is running out, on behalf of...
पहले रुक ना, विजुअल कर लेते ना, थोड़ा विजुअल तो होना, विजुअल कर लेते ना मैम, थोड़ा कम क्लोज.
Yeah, 1 second, we're just gonna get it.
I just need to go there. 1 second. I don't get them. Okay.
By the time, like, the peak population of the
नहीं आ रहा.
आ जाएगा आपके कैमरे में. ये तो इसको
40 eggs are already becoming.
Come close.
And after 40 to 50 eggs completely die out. So what happens is
Look here.
eggs produce, as I told you, estrogen hormone. Now, estrogen is so
यहाँ पे,
important for women because we have what is receptors right from our hips to our toes. Hair, skin, teeth, vagina, breast, everything.
बड़े भाई completely yeah, come from that that would be great. Yes, thank you. अरे वाह, Women's Day बोल दो यार. That's okay.
Okay. क्या हमने देखा बहुत ही अच्छी स्पीच दी आपने, खास करके आपने जिस तरह से बताया हमारे इंडियन सोसाइटी में जिस तरह के अभी भी लोग मंदिर नहीं जा सकते, ये सारी चीज़ें प्रॉब्लम है. क्या टेक होता है आज के दिन इन सारी चीज़ों को लेकर, खास करके वुमेंस डे को लेकर?
वुमेंस डे को लेके मतलब वुमेंस को बहुत चीज़ें जानना ज़रूरी है. देयर नीड टू बी काइंड ऑफ अवेयरनेस अमंग वीमेन हु लिव इन रिमोट विलेजेस, एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम people living in remote villages who are not much aware of many things which is needed to be they need to know. But there are women who are in urban women, and they themselves, even knowing everything, they don't take care of themselves. So this is very important. They need to take care of themselves, and like they need to love themselves, which will make them at least to go once in a year to diagnostic center and go through all the tests, which is very important. My mom died of cancer, so I have been asked by doctors to go once in a year to do ultrasonography, breast sonography, blood test, everything, because I have a history of cancer from my family. So like, and even when my mom didn't have any this kind of cancer history in her family, but still she got that. So if we take care of ourselves, then maybe we could be diagnosed, even if it happens, we could be diagnosed in much prior state. So these are very important, very small things, but it really adds a lot.
I'll just say 2 lines and after that I'll leave. I think मेरी तो थोड़ा समझ से बाहर है, because I keep telling my wife also, and you know we've been dating for almost, we've together for 14 years. Wow. So thank you. आज के ज़माने में थोड़ा मुश्किल है. Yeah. So this going to the temple, and you know when you're chumming, when you have menses, I don't understand कि आप क्यों नहीं जा सकते. It's a biological system. Every woman is going through that. It's been happening since centuries. तो मेरी समझ से बाहर है. मैं इस बात को समझ भी नहीं पाता कभी, क्योंकि एक चीज़ जो ऊपर वाले ने दिया आपको, जो बायोलॉजिकली ट्रू है, आप उसको कुछ नहीं कर सकते. तो why God doesn't say anything कि आप नहीं आ सकते यार. The prayer, the God resides in your heart. Then what do you do if the God resides in your heart? अगर दिल में आपके भगवान है, तो फिर आप मंदिर में क्यों नहीं जा सकते? मुझे आज तक नहीं समझ में आया. I mean it's a very tricky topic. I don't want to talk much about it because बहुत सारी चीज़ें आ जाती हैं. But I usually feel very, so that's why when you pointed out the topic to me, when I was feeling, I said I wish somebody listens for you because you're a woman, because हमारी बात तो कोई सुनेगा नहीं. So at least do not do that. I mean, let them be. I mean, I just can say please allow them. Hardly makes a difference. Yeah.
और आई थिंक वुमेन्स डे आपके लिए तो बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट अच्छा दिन है, क्योंकि आपके क्रश का
yes I just met my crush. Yeah, मैंने प्यार किया days. I mean 1991. I was really young at that point of time. Of course भाग्यश्री जी तो कोई कहने वाली बात नहीं, इसलिए मैंने कहा सबसे पहले फोटो तो खिंचवा लूँ उनके साथ. उससे पहले वैसे वो मुझे गुस्सा कर रहे होंगे मैं लेट आया हूँ. But of course she's a wonderful lady and she looks as pretty and as sweet and as wonderful as she used to look in मैंने प्यार किया. And the good part is she worked with Bhagyashree. I'm doing my next film with Bhagyashree. So there's a small connection also here. I wish I could. Thank you so much. I wish I could tell it to her, but before that she left, so no problem at all. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm going to leave.
No problem.
Really nice to meet you. God bless you. And
Happy
please.
Women's Day to your wife.
Thank you. And please tag me on that.
What was your handle going to be like?
Himanshu Ashok Malhotra. Yours is Alankrita
Sahai.
Perfect. I'm going to do it. Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. पूछिए, सवाल पूछिए.
क्या टेक होता है वुमेन्स डे के मौके पर? हमने देखा आपने बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल.
धन्यवाद. देखिए, सबसे पहले तो हमारे औरतों को एजुकेटेड होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो अगर आपके घर में लड़कियां हैं, उनको स्कूल भेजिए सबसे पहले तो, कि वो अपने आप को एजुकेट कर सकें. दूसरी चीज़, उनके हेल्थ, योर हेल्थ इज़ योर वेल्थ हम कहते हैं, चाहे वो आदमी हो और तो देयर शुड बी नो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन. आवर हेल्थ शुड नॉट बी सेकेंडरी. हेंस हेल्थ चेकअप्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट खाना अच्छा न्यूट्रिशियस खाना भी औरतों को खाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. वी नीड टू ईट हेल्दी फैट्स, प्रोटीन्स, बिकॉज वी रिप्रोड्यूस, वी क्रिएट, वी नर्चर. You've come from a woman. आप सब have come from women. तो अगर आप एक औरत का ख्याल नहीं रखेंगे, वो अपना ख्याल सीख भी नहीं पाएंगे रखना, बिकॉज मे बी योर पेरेंट्स डोंट टीच यू दैट. मे बी आपके पेरेंट्स कहते हैं लड़के आगे बढ़ें क्योंकि उनको घर चलाना होता है. पर आज के ज़माने में लड़कियां भी घर चला सकती हैं. दे आर एज कम्पेटिटिव, एज कॉम्पिटेंट एंड एज हार्ड वर्किंग एज मैन आर, बिकॉज वुमेन कैन हैंडल 10 थिंग्स. आप देखिए, औरतें काम पे जाती हैं, घर आके खाना बनाती हैं अपने हस्बैंड के लिए, बच्चों का ख्याल रखती हैं. वुमेन कैन मल्टीटास्क बिकॉज देयर ब्रेन्स, देखा जाए साइंटिफिकली, कैन मल्टीटास्क इन डिफरेंट वेज. बट आई थिंक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ औरतों को एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करना चाहिए. हम क्या है, आप मीडिया वाले भी हैं, अगर आप देखते हैं अनुष्का ने किसी को ये कहा, ये किसी ने ये कहा, बट सेल्स, दिस इज़ मसाला. बट टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, जनता जब ये देखती है कि दो औरतें जो इतने बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे हैं, तो शायद इनके बीच में कोई दुश्मनी भी ना हो, बट इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हम ये दिखाएं कि वुमेन कैन बी फ्रेंड्स, वुमेन कैन लव ईच अदर, वुमेन कैन अपलिफ्ट ईच अदर. क्योंकि द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ वुमेन एंड द स्ट्रेंथ वुमेन हैव, दुर्गा माता, सीता एंड लक्ष्मी. सो हम लक्ष्मी को ऐसे कैसे उजाड़ सकते हैं? तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि लड़कियां सर उठा के जिएं. आपने दंगल में देखा होगा, फिल्मों में आप देखते हैं कैसे उन्होंने अपनी दोनों बेटियों को, विदाउट ऑल द डिस्क्रिमिनेशन मिस्टर फोगट जी फेस्ड, उन्होंने अपनी बेटियों को किस लेवल पे, किस मुकाम तक, अब उनके ऊपर ट्रस्ट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज ट्रस्ट योर women, uplift your women, love your women and give them the freedom, give them the time to grow and nurture and educate them, and their health is going to be your wealth.
Comment, share and subscribe to कार्तिक आर्यन. हाय, मैं हूँ वायरल बॉलीवुड. बोल दूँ क्या नाम तो आ रहा है तुम्हारा. हाय, मैं हूँ वायरल बॉलीवुड और सब्सक्राइब और लाइक और शेयर कीजिए कार्तिक आर्यन को.